He's an expert at code forces, and he is won the first. He's been the finalist at ACM ICPC Pune Gwalior regionals in VIT. He's a software developer intern at Joe Stocks. Okay, so he's also a great mentor, a speaker. So I'm sure everyone is gonna have a great time today.
Hello, everybody. Yeah. So this is Ansh, and I hope you have a great time with me. So, by first of all, this entire session is gonna be in English. So, I hope all of you are comfortable with Hindi and English both, because I think that is the way you can get to connect people properly, right? So, अगर किसी को कोई objection है, so please write in the chat section, and hope we have a great session. So, भाई, let's get started. Uh, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so let's just dive into what. Let me just full screen. Okay, so what is competitive programming? ठीक है भाई, पहले तो बात ये सब दोगलापना है भाई, सीधा काम की बात पे आते हैं. नो बडी इज इंटरेस्टेड व्हाट इज कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग जब तक कि उसका फायदा ना पता चले कि व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. लाइक इट इज बेसिक ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी. वैसे आई वांट टू सी माई सेल्फ, सॉरी, जस्ट या. So basically, it is human tendency for any particular individual, just to know the benefits of the thing that is getting into. तो क्यों किसी को करना चाहिए competitive coding and DSA? So firstly, let me just tell you this, that all major companies such as Google, Microsoft, Amazon, जो भी है, सब लोग का मेन हायरिंग जो रहता है, it is because of competitive coding, right? The entire thing is DSA based. तो लोग बोलते हैं कि क्यों होता है DSA? Why is DSA required हर जगह पे? So I'm going to explain you the exact importance of DSA and क्यों होता है. But उसके पहले हम देख लेते हैं कि DSA जो लोग अच्छे से करते हैं उनके साथ क्या होता है. तो let me just yeah, show you our seniors that have. So consider this particular guy. Okay, this guy was a CodeChef 6 star. He's a former VIT competitive lead 3 years ago, and this guy is currently in Google California, Silicon Valley. So VIT का बंदा, his CGPA was 8.1. Okay, so it is not that the CGPA, मतलब CGPA is obviously an important criteria for anything, but yeah, it is if you're skilled enough, then you can just go anywhere and achieve great heights in this any particular domain, right? Okay, so consider this particular man. He got an offer, like he started his journey in VIT. He was second year, he was under intern under direct eye. Third year, he got an internship for Microsoft, and in the final year, he managed to get an off-campus Google offer. Off campus, you know how difficult it is to get off campus offer. So he got off campus Google offer, and then eventually after he went to Google Hyderabad, and then finally he went to Google California. Now he's currently working in a Silicon Valley. So he's one of our greatest examples of ACM-VIT who has achieved great heights in this particular domain. So वो करते क्या थे यार, वो he was majorly into the domain of competitive coding. वो पूरा पूरा 4 साल किए. Like there's this famous competition known as Google Kickstart. So basically Google उसके बेसिस पे हायर करता है आपको. तो इन्होंने अंडर 100 रैंक लेके आया फॉर गूगल किक स्टार्ट, एंड हेंस ही वाज selected for interviewing at Google. So yeah, that was one of the biggest achievements, and really, now consider this particular guy. This is also Krupal Bhaiya, हमारे से 2 साल बड़ी. He's also currently placed at Google via Google Kickstart again. He is a great competitive coder, 6 star at CodeChef, candidate master, even like he's as good as Yash Bhaiya. And then he also got an offer from Microsoft and is currently working at Microsoft. So yeah, this is where competitive coding and DSA can get you, right? Then we have Rajat Bhaiya, and then Rajat Bhaiya competitive lead at 2 years ago in ACM-VIT. He was also a coach of FISA, and he was like innocent. He was one of the best competitive coders that VIT has ever experienced, and he also got an offer at Microsoft. Yeah, and then finally we have Nimit Bhaiya, our ex CC lead, and he got 4 super dream offers from various companies in VIT due to his DSA and competitive coding skills and many other skills that he might have acquired. And these are notable alumni. इसके अलावा बहुत लोग हैं भाई. Like let me just show you or lot of mentions. So basically I didn't get the photo for all of this, मतलब Instagram पे नहीं दी, तो इसलिए मैंने just नाम और कंपनी लिख दी. But basically this is our competitive team. So basically at ACM-VIT we have the results. ठीक है, हमारे पास लोग हैं जिन्होंने बहुत कुछ अचीव किया है, and you can go to the LinkedIn and see their profiles, and they are doing amazingly in their life. They all started with DSA, and so basically DSA was the base of everything, and see what heights they have achieved till yet. So yeah, these are the benches. My Pranjal Bhaiya currently in PayPal, Siddharth Bhaiya in JP Morgan, Ayush Bhaiya in JP Morgan, Shashank Bhaiya in Amazon, Yash Kumar Bhaiya in Wells Fargo, Dheeraj Rathi Bhaiya in Wells Fargo, Karthik Pandala Bhaiya in JP Morgan Chase, and Umang Bhaiya in American Express. And trust me, this all are super dream offers from VIT. Like, it is a super dream offer. So all of us are dreaming to get that particular offer, and the entire competitive team of VIT has been placed in all super dream offers. So that is one of the greatest milestones for us to achieve. ठीक है, अब हम लोग ने क्या क्या किया है. ठीक है, सो फॉर दैट लेट मी जस्ट शो द रिजल्ट्स, बिकॉज रिजल्ट स्पीक मोर देन एवरीथिंग एल्स. सो सबसे पहले तो तुम ये देख लो भाई, दिस इज कोड शेफ. तुमको पता ही है क्या होता होगा ये. कोड शेफ के ऊपर एज यू कैन सी वीआईटी में 201 पेजेस है, और एक पेज में मान लो तुम्हारे 20-30 लोग हैं. तो अब तक मल्टीप्लाई कर लो, 20-30 लोग इंटू 200, मान लो 20 भी पकड़ दो, 4,000 बच्चे अब तक वीआईटी पे कर चुके हैं, राइट. एंड आउट ऑफ दिस entire 4,000 to 5,000 people, this is the entire team of ACM VIT. So Hum is our ACM member, Sarthak Gupta is our ACM member, K Coder, and this is me. Then Nimit Bhaiya, this is Codemaster also our ACM Coder, and Beru Boy, this is my second Luke Fire, and lot of ACM peeps are standing on the top of the leaderboard in this website for my CodeChef, right? So CodeChef is one of the most prominent websites for competitive coding, and inside VIT we are doing the best. Like, you can just see the results, and you will come to know that we are the best chapter for ACM VIT in competitive coding. Also, let me show you the result on CodeForces. So this is my profile. I'm an expert on CodeForces. Now let me just show you VIT's ranking currently. So this is the VIT, and let me just make sure all of these particular persons. Zakar is Yash Bhaiya, Soham is our like one of the great coders in competitive coding currently. Let me just show you. Yeah, Pranav Bansal, Sudhu, Dinesh, Sarthak. These all are my friends, and we all are a part of ACM competitive team. So yeah, any particular website that is great in competitive coding, we have the results. You can see clearly there. Now let me come to the biggest ACM competition, competition that takes place in the world, which is ACM ICPC. So I'm glad to tell y'all that the only teams that qualified for this particular event, which is ACM ICPC, is the one from ACM VIT. Like, I guess out of all the teams, there were hardly 17 teams that qualified for the regionals, and all the top three and top five teams are from ACM VIT, which is including one was me, Soham Sarthak, then we have Dinesh Hardik, then we have Nimit Bhaiya, Pranjal Bhaiya, Siddharth Bhaiya, and one team was of Shobha Asti Bhaiya, and yeah. So we all were participating, and we ranked top in Amritapuri regionals, like all top three teams are from ACM VIT, and for Pune Gwalior regionals also are all top three teams from ACM VIT, right? तो भाई इतना reputation है इस चीज़ का. They get you super dream offers. It is the most crucial thing in the placements. So this is the reason why to dive into DSA. किसी को भी क्यों करना चाहिए DSA. So I hope that now it is justified कि हमें क्यों करना चाहिए, अब क्या करना चाहिए. Let's try to understand that, right? So can I see messages in the chat section? Yeah, cool. Yeah. So basically, let's see. Firstly, now in order to start this particular session, मेरे को भाई तुम लोग थोड़ा थोड़ा अपने बारे में बताओ यार, किस टाइप की ऑडियंस देख रही है वीडियो. सो कैन आई हैव समवन इन द चैट सेक्शन राइटिंग हाउ मच डू दे नो, वेरी बेसिक्स लाइक व्हाट आर यू नोइंग, एंड कितना आता है तुम्हें, कोडिंग का कितना नॉलेज है. जस्ट राइट योर नेम एंड योर ब्रांच, इतना कर लो अभी के लिए. So yeah, I'll just wait for that. थोड़ा थोड़ा जैसे लोग करें. I want to interact with you, and yeah, let's see. So my last messages are 15:13. Because the point is right. I have planned this session to be interactive. तो मेरे को audience से थोड़ा थोड़ा interaction चाहिए. नहीं तो मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो plan किया है ना, it will just skip out. So I want interaction from your side. So I'm waiting for that. Hopefully, I'll get some. Mm-mm. Yeah, yeah. I am from mechanical, starting DSA just 3 days back. Yeah, that is great. So first of all, let me just tell you, branch matter nahi karta because Google does not select on the basis of branch, and it is open. Like the off campus are open with, like anyone can give this particular competition for kickstart, and if you get a decent rank, like under 100, a great rank, I must say, then you get interviewed for Google, and that is for sure because as you can see, our two of the seniors have got the offer. Yeah. Rudransh, okay. Arvind, okay, a lot of people are interacting, and that is great. Okay, let me just. Rishit, CSE Core, okay, to CCN Web, that's great. Parth Agarwal, CSE and Business Systems, Rudransh, okay, Aman. Wow, we are getting a lot of response, so that is great. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this event and have enjoying. ओके भाई, तो चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं। तो सबसे पहले कॉम्पिटिटिव कोडिंग क्या होता है, ठीक है? अच्छा भाई, और भी लोग बोल रहे हैं, ठीक है, चलो आई एम स्टार्टिंग। गाइस, मेरे को ना तुम लोग में से वॉलंटियर्स चाहिए रहेंगे अभी बीच बीच में, ठीक है? तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद कैसे स्टार्ट करें भाई? डू यू वांट सम काइंड ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड वेज ऑफ स्टार्टिंग, लाइक व्हाट वी डू यू वांट टू टेल डेफिनेशन एंड ऑल? या नोबडी वांट्स दैट? ये सब दोगलापना बंद करो भाई, सीधा काम की बात पे आते हैं हम सीधा, राइट? तो लेट मी जस्ट स्टार्ट विद द गेम, ठीक है? गेम मतलब अब क्या करते हैं, पहले आई नीड वन वॉलंटियर। या विल जस्ट गेट बैक टू कैन हु इज गोना वॉलंटियर फ्रॉम ऑडियंस, ठीक है? एक गेम खेलेंगे अपन, मैं गेम के रूल्स बताता हूँ पहले, तो मेरे को एक वॉलंटियर दे दो। जस्ट से जो भी वॉलंटियर करना चाहता है एक बंदा, कैन यू राइट योर नेम इन द चैट सेइंग दैट आई विल वॉलंटियर, ऐसा करके। या जैसे कार्तिक निगम, CSC, निमिषा गोयल, वेलकम टू दिस सेशन। But yeah, who wants to volunteer for a game? Yeah, Arvind, yes, you want to volunteer. Okay. Yeah, bro, I'll discuss all the roadmap for CP, bro. Don't worry. Just try to enjoy this session. Okay, so Arvind, I'm volunteering with you. ठीक है, आई डोंट नो, आई थिंक there's a lag in YouTube क्योंकि मेरे को तुम्हारे मैसेजेस लेट आते हैं, ठीक है? हाँ, यस अरविंद, ओके, या आई एम रेडी। तो मेरे को तुम्हारे मैसेजेस लेट आते हैं, तो प्रोबेबली दिस स्ट्रीम विल बी अ बिट स्लो, बट या, तो बेसिकली मैं तुम्हें गेम के रूल्स समझा देता हूँ, ठीक है? गेम के रूल्स ये है कि या कैन यू देखो, सो बेसिकली ये ना पाइल्स ऑफ स्टिक्स है, ठीक है? तो लेट मी जस्ट से मेरे पास करंटली तीन, अरे वन सेकेंड, यप, तो तीन स्टिक्स इधर, देन 1 2 5 6, छः स्टिक्स इधर, एंड आई हैव 1 2 3 4 5 स्टिक्स इधर, ठीक है? सो बेसिकली ये तीन सेट ऑफ स्टिक्स है, ठीक है? अब क्या है, मैं और तुम गेम खेल रहे हैं, ठीक है? वी बोथ आर प्लेइंग गेम्स, एंड बेसिकली एट एनी पर्टिकुलर मूव मैं इन तीनों पाइल में से कोई भी एक स्टिक, मतलब कितनी भी स्टिक्स, एक या उससे ज़्यादा रिमूव कर सकता हूँ, ठीक है? और ऐसा क्या करना है बेसिकली, जैसे कि मैंने ये दो रिमूव, तुम खेलोगे, तुम इनमें से कोई स्टिक्स रिमूव करोगे, देन आई रिमूव सम स्टिक्स, एंड एंड में हु इज अनेबल, बिकॉज सिंस वी आर रिमूविंग स्टिक्स, एंड में जीरो स्टिक्स बचेगी, एंड एंड ऑफ द गेम हु इज अनेबल टू रिमूव एनी पर्टिकुलर स्टिक लूजेस द गेम। सो ये गेम समझा? बेसिकली मैं वन एक और बार रिपीट कर देता हूँ। वी हैव 3 पाइल्स, एंड मान लो इसके अंदर इतनी इनिशियली स्टिक्स है, ठीक है? दिस रैंडम। तो अब क्या करना है, पहले तुम्हारी चांस आएगी, एंड यू हैव टू रिमूव एनी नंबर ऑफ स्टिक्स फ्रॉम एनी पर्टिकुलर रो, राइट? एंड देन once that particular, like once you remove that sticks, then it's my chance, I will remove some sticks, and this is how the game will go until no sticks are remaining, and the person who is unable to make a move loses the game. So these are the rules of a game. जो ये गेम में मेरे से जीतेगा उसको, जो भी है मेरे से गेम में जीतेगा उसको मैं 100 रुपये पेटीएम करूंगा, मुझे मोबाइल नंबर चैट में भेज देना, एंड दैट इज फॉर श्योर, ठीक है? सो राइट, सो अरविंद यू आर वॉलंटियरिंग, तो मैं बताता हूँ। आर यू रेडी? डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड द गेम? Okay, if you understood the game, then say yes. Otherwise, say no in the chat section, please. Yeah. Sake. Yeah. I think a lot of people volunteering, but did you understand the rules of this? लेट्स सी, किसी को समझा क्या? किसी को समझा क्या? अगर नहीं तो फिर मेरे को फिर से रिपीट करना पड़ेगा। एक तो यूट्यूब का लैग है ना। अच्छा, रेडी, यस। डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? ओके, समझ गया, ठीक है। देखो, तो फिर हाउ वेर गोना प्ले इज, देखो कैसे खेलेंगे। यू राइट इन द चैट सेक्शन, दिस इज, ठीक है, यू राइट दिस इज पाइल वन, ठीक है, दिस इज पाइल टू, ठीक है, एंड दिस इज पाइल थ्री। अब कितने भी स्टिक्स तुमको जो रिमूव करना है ना, तो अगर से यू वांट टू रिमूव टू स्टिक्स फ्रॉम सेकंड पाइल, तो चैट में ऐसा लिख दो, ठीक है, टू, एंड आई वांट टू रिमूव थ्री स्टिक्स। सो व्हाट आई डू, अगर तीन स्टिक्स रिमूव करने तो मैं ऐसा करके तीन स्टिक्स रिमूव कर दूंगा। सो दिस इज द लॉजिक, तो यू राइट दिस वे इन द चैट सेक्शन एंड आई रिमूव दैट मच अमाउंट ऑफ स्टिक। सो या, आई एम रेडी एंड आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर मूव, ठीक है। It would be okay. Would be better if it's in English. Okay. Yeah, I know there's a lag. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I'll say it in English. No issues. Better Hindi I'll use in between thoda thoda because I think that is more relatable to a lot of public. Okay. So you understood the game, right? Now it's your chance, Arvind. Can you just tell me what particular pile you want to select and how many sticks you want to remove? So yeah, this was the piles. First pile had three sticks, my second pile had six sticks, and my third pile had five sticks. And you can choose any particular pile and remove any number of sticks from it in your chance. And then in my chance, I'll remove my sticks that I like. Right? Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Okay, you want to remove three comma. Okay, so from the third you want to remove two. Okay, I got it. So yeah, I'm removing these two from the third pile. Now it's my chance. Okay, so yeah, let me just remove all particular sticks from this. This is my chance. Okay, I am removing all my sticks from my second file. Now it's your chance. Now you have to play. Right? Okay. Yeah. So you got it right. I removed all the piles from my second chance. Now it's your chance, and I'm waiting for your chance. Just say which pile you want to select and how many sticks you want to remove. Okay, a lot of people are replying. Should I go with first pile में two? Okay, just I'm taking yours. Okay, Arvind wants to remove third, say one. Okay, so I'll remove one stick from third pile because it's his game, obviously. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, just removing one stick from the third pile. Okay, now Arvind, it's my chance, and I'm removing one stick from the first pile. Yeah. Now again, it's your chance. Yeah, it's your chance. Okay, let me just, yeah, this is the current configuration, and I'm waiting for your reply. Hmm. Mm-mm. That is last which was 3 comma 1. So we have this configuration remaining now. Okay. Did you reply? Uh, okay, you want first pile में से one stick. Cool. So let me just remove one stick from the first pile, and then I'm removing one stick from the third pile. Okay, now again it's your chance. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Pile one stick. So yeah, what do you want to play? Okay, let me just show you the configuration also. So we have one sticks for each remaining pile, and it's your chance. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, irrespective what pile you choose and remove stick, I'll remove the other stick. So obviously, I'm gonna win this game. Okay, third pile may say want to remove one stick. Okay, so as you remove this particular one stick, and on any of the pile, so it's my chance, and I'll remove one stick from my first file, and then again it's your chance. And since you're unable to play any move, then I win the game, right? So yeah, so basically, this is a game. This is a very great example of a game. It's called a LIMS game, and it's भैया has already won, yeah, exactly. भाई देखो मैं तो चैलेंज दे रहा हूँ भाई, अगर कोई भी, if any one of you is gonna win this particular game ना, I'll literally pay you 100 rupees right now, not even kidding. I'll pay you 100 rupees right now, and it will be, yeah. Right. So, anyone else wants to volunteer, or should I just explain कि इसके पीछे का reason क्या है? Oh, sorry. Or should I? Do you want any? Do you want to play again? Anybody in the audience, or should I just explain ki why I put this particular game into this session and what is the meaning behind this particular game? Great. Okay. We have a lot of weird comments in the audience. Yeah. YouTube has a lag of around some time. Sukarna. Do you want to play Sukarna? Okay, there's one problem. See, the messages that you're sending, I'm receiving those messages late, so I'm not able to give a instant reply. One who starts first loses first. No, that's not the case. I can give you, like, you can start first and I'll still win the game. It doesn't matter. Like, it I'll just tell you the logic behind this game, and that will be great. Yes, I think the one who starts. Okay, you think this, right? So let me just give you. I'll just draw 1 second. Right. I'll give you the chance and you play. Okay. I'll give you the first chance. Okay, acha. Oh yeah, thank you. Big fan, Ansh. Okay. I have a fan now. अरे एक सेकंड, किसने who started first this time? I think I was the one. No, no, you were the one starting first, right? So this time I'll start first. Is it fine? It is because you cleared one stack at once. No. That is also true. I cleared one stack, but I won't. Like, you can play. There are a lot of configurations to be possible. Okay, so we who is our volunteer? I think Saket wants to play, right? Yeah. The one who takes more tab before the next player wins. Okay, I don't think that's the case. It decides the end. Okay, so see, okay, let's not play because it will take a lot of time now. So I'll tell you the logic behind this. This is a very famous principle of this is a very famous algorithm known as NIMS game. Okay, so there's a very deep mathematical proof behind it, but I think people are liking to play. But the point being, I'm getting the messages late, so I think I cannot just start an instant game. But yeah, we can definitely. Okay, but you can try this particular game with any of your friends. So I'm getting confused actually because a lot of people in the chat section are saying that they want to volunteer and they want to play. But yeah, okay, Mayful. Yeah, but okay, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Let's just not get into the game because we have a lot of things to cover in the session. So let me just tell you the exact logic behind it, and you can just trick your friends into playing you into. Like, you can just trick your friends and tell them ki just to play with me this game. So the core logic of this game is uh, you have to take the bitwise XOR of all the sticks in the pile. So let me just show you in this configuration. So as you know, my initial configuration was 3, then it was 6 here, and then it was 5 in my last section, right? So this was my initial configuration that I told you. So currently, if I just for fast calculation, let me open a Python shell. It's very easy. So for this configuration, I have my 3 in my first file, I have my 6 in my second file, and I have my 5 in my second file. And the bitwise XOR of this all three dumpers turns out to be 0. So the optimal winning strategy for this game is whatever number you remove from the piles. So say the particular volunteer removed these two numbers from the pile. So now my new or my one second, my new game turned out to be 3 in my first one, 6 in my second one, and 3 in my second one. So my bitwise 0 now does not turn out to be 0. So the optimal winning strategy for me is to again turn this particular grid into a bitwise game of 0. So that's why I deleted the entire second grid, because then my first element would be 3, my second element would be 0, and my third element would be 3. And again the bitwise OR for this particular game would be 0. So that's why I removed my second grid, and this is how the game went. So this was the, yeah, this was the logic behind the game theory. Now, this is a very deep mathematical proof that why only we take XOR and why not any other thing. So you can just Google NIMS game and you'll understand each and everything, ki what is happening and why should we make XOR configuration 0. And if I enter into that proof, this session will be of 3 hours and nobody wants that boring session, right? We'll volunteer and we'll enjoy this session together. So yeah, that is the idea for me to organize such a session, right? Why did you use exactly? So there's a, I just told you, there's a big mathematical proof and algorithm behind this. So this is why I want to get to into the domain of competitive coding, that you'll understand this particular logic, that you'll be able to figure out ki why we are doing this thing. But this is the, I'm showing you one of the important applications. So as you know, let me just tell you some real life applications also of competitive coding, like of data structures and algorithms, or why every company is asking for DSA to get placed into, right? So basically, you know Instagram, right? Instagram uses a graph data structure to store that friends ka entire list. So basically, whatever your friends and colleagues and whatever mutual friends and followers that come, it is all because of that graph data structure. So you make a graph for your like for your individual, you make a graph for your friends individual, you take the intersecting nodes, and that's how you get those mutual followers and mutual friends. And so there are a lot of algorithm that big companies are using in the background, and that is why it is the most demanding thing currently to learn, and that is why every company is hiring on the basis of competitive coding or data structures and algorithms, because that is the most basic prerequisite to learn to enter into the technical domain, right? You can learn frameworks, you can learn different technologies, and you can learn various things, but yeah, this is one of the basic necessities to, just enter into any technical domain. You should have that particular knowledge because it is currently in demanding. And yeah, Google, Amazon, that is quite evident, right? Even Google, Amazon, Flip, any big company hires mainly on this basis. And yeah, so I think that is itself evident that why this particular thing is so important, right? Yeah, okay. So now let me just show you the thing that I've prepared for you guys. So here I have prepared some problems, right? So yeah, let's just see. I'm assuming that my audience contains all type of people. Like they contain a newbie fresher who has just joined the college and who does not have that much knowledge regarding coding and all. Say like experienced individuals that know quite a lot of stuff about coding. So like the event flow will be from basic only, because yeah, we want to make all type of people to understand. So I'm just keeping the difficulty quite basic. Okay. So firstly, let me just tell you. So what we'll do is, instead of showing those PPTs and those fancy stuff, we'll do what a programmer should do. So I made two functions. Okay, and this is one function that what my normal programmer does, and this is one function that my competitive coder does. Okay, so these two functions I made. Now I'm gonna present problem statements to you. I think if anyone is smart of like if anyone is smart in the audience, they I think they'll figure out what competitive coder does and tell me the logic for that. Otherwise, we'll write the logic for what a normal programmer does. Okay, so we'll write both the logic and we'll compare the pros and cons for entire thing, right? So I think this is the most interesting way to get started for this particular domain. No PPT, no shit. We just directly get into the interesting part, and yeah, we discuss and we enjoy. So yeah, let's get started. So firstly, my first task is to find a very basic problem, to find whether a number is prime or not. A very basic task. I have to check whether a number is prime or not. So what I want you to do is basically write your logic in the comment section, and then I'm gonna tell you what and which category are you lying into. Is this the normal programmer stuff, or is this a competitive coder stuff? And yeah, you can just guess your whatever current state you're in, and you'll enjoy it. Even if you don't know, then you'll come to know कि अच्छा ऐसा होता है. And I think yeah, that will be great. I think so. You understood the question, right? This is the question. I have to find whether a number is prime or not. So say my number is 17, and just yeah, we're gonna write a code for you. So let's just see your logic in the comment section. Yeah. Why only competitive coding is given such that much preference? Okay, because अच्छा, you guys, I'm waiting for you on the prime वाला logic. तब तक I'll answer the query for मैं नहीं बताऊंगा उसका question का. So he's saying that why only competitive coding is given that much preference. The reason being because competitive coding, as you know, is the or data structures and algorithms in general is the base foundation for any particular thing. Like you can learn new technologies, you can learn new frameworks, but the handling of data, processing, and the algorithms that you apply for it, the base is always data structures algorithm. Like you can just learn new technologies, but the core remains the same. And big companies, they'll teach you all the frameworks required for the company, right? But they want your foundation to be strong so that you could figure out algorithms and write on your own. So that is the idea why competitive programming or data structure algorithms is given that much preference over other stuff, right? So I think for at least for tech giants, yeah, that is the reason. Now, yeah, I'm waiting for your prime code. If anyone has to tell any logic in the chat section, I'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes. If no one tells, then मैं ही बता दूंगा दोनों, and I'll compare side by side दोनों में क्या करना है. Yeah, so I think that will be check for remainder for numbers from 1 to number n. Yeah, okay. If more than two numbers give remainder 0, it's not prime. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, I got what you're trying to say. Okay, okay. A lot of people are okay. Use a loop from range 2 to. Yeah, just check for remainder numbers 1 to number. If more than two numbers, keep remainder 0. Okay, check. Then another we have used for. Okay, a lot of people are saying. Run a loop for 2 till square root of number and check for divisibility. Okay, use for loop with range 2 to number divided by 2. Find factors if any exist. Let's say n is given at rate square and check it again. Okay, first I'm reading all of them and then I'll explain one by one that what exactly is correct or wrong in that particular approach. Okay. So, okay, let's start with Saket. So he told that, okay, lot of people are replying. Okay, let me just concentrate on one by one. Check for remainder for numbers from 1 to number n. If more than two numbers, give remainder 0. Okay, so firstly, why do you want to check from 1? Like 1 will obviously be divisible by that number, right? So you obviously you should start your loop always from 2, not from 1. And yeah, I got what you're trying to say. If any of that remainder is 0, that means that number is divisible, and yeah, that is not a prime number, right? I got it. Okay, now we have a for loop from range 2 to n by 2 to find factors. If any, yeah, this is also correct. But here you are traveling from number. Is this number divide by 2 or is it square root of 2? I think it's divide by 2. Whatever. Okay, so this is also correct. Now let's see run a loop from 2 to square root of n. Yeah, exactly. This is what a competitive coder does. We run a loop from 2 till square root of n only. We don't need to traverse till n or n by 2. We can simply do the thing in square root of n. Right, yeah. So let me just. Okay, bro, I'll answer the question later. Okay, we'll just keep a Q&A session जहाँ पे तुम लोग सिर्फ doubts पूछना and I'll answer your questions. Yeah, let's say n is given iterate till square root of n plus 1. Exactly, this is correct. And this is the exact thing that a competitive coder should do. For I in range. Oh, you wrote a code only, bro. Amazing. Oh my god, someone wrote a Python code. Yeah, yeah, bro. I think I got. Acha, you're just counting how many primes till 2 to 100. Okay. So yeah, I think love to see the outstanding involvement. Yeah, bro. Seriously, I'm loving it. So many coders just writing code and telling the logic. This is fun. This is how a session should be, right? Okay, hope all of you are enjoying. Okay, so I got a lot of approaches, and yeah, I think most of them are correct. So let me just show and demonstrate how the code works. So what a normal programmer does is, it's simple. We take a flag. So let's take my S prime flag as currently false. Let's say. Okay. Then, sorry, it should be initially true. Let me just mark it true. Then what I can do is I can simply put a loop from 2 till n. This is what a normal programmer does. I put a loop from 2 till that number, and obviously, and this number is exclusive obviously because my Python, the loop doesn't include this particular variable. And then I check if my any number is divisible, then I simply initialize my is prime flag to be false, and I can simply break the loop. Otherwise, if is prime is true, then I can simply print this is a prime number, right? And otherwise, I can prove else print it is a it is not a prime number. Okay. Uh, Yeah. So this becomes my normal programmer's ka code because you're traversing till 2 till end of the number, right? So now let me show you what a competitive code does. And I think a lot of people answered in the chat section about this. So we can do the exact same thing. Like I'm literally copy pasting this code because who wants to waste time? Yeah, nobody wants to do that. We don't do that here. Right? But yeah, let me just yeah, let me just import a square root from math, import square root, right? And then let me just traverse from my 2 till end of square root of number plus 1. And then I travel from 2 till the square root of number, and then I do the exact same thing. And let's see whether I get my same answer or not. So let me just run this code. Alright, right. Okay. So copy path, see Python. Okay, so we get the same output for both of the functions, right? And obviously, this particular does this loop is running till n, but this code is running till square root of n. So this is quite optimized, and why to traverse extra when you can do it in less number of steps, right? So the logic behind this is whenever you're finding, say, any particular numbers, whether number is prime or not, you can break down any number into A into B, right? Any number is a multiple of two numbers. Now, the main idea is if you try to break down those numbers equally only, firstly, my number occurs always in a pair of factors. So say I have any number, say I have 8. So my 8 is nothing but a product of 1 into 8. My 8 is nothing but a product of 2 into 4. And similarly, as I go on, this if I repeat for it becomes 4 into 2 for 4, and it becomes 8 into 1. Right. So I wrote divisors. If my 8 has divisor as 1, 2, 4, and 8. Okay. So as you know, these are my divisors, and whenever I get my divisors, there's always a second number that makes me equal to that particular original number. So what happens is, as you can see, my these two divisors or the original two divisors are less than square root of n, and my other two divisors might be greater, or like it might be greater than square root of n. So instead of traversing through all the divisors, I can simply traverse through my required initial divisors, which are square root of n, and I can get my other divisors simply by doing n divided by I. So basically, n divided by I. So basically, if I have 8 and I know that one of my divisors is 1, I know that my second divisor is 8 divided by 1. Similarly, if I have my one of my divisors as 2, I simply know that my another divisor is 8 divided by 2. And this is how we could traverse only the divisors which is less than square root of n. And if those divisors are not divisible, it is sure that the divisors above square root of n will surely not be divisible, right? We surely not find such kind of divisor. So that is the logic for traversing till square root of n. And this is what a smart programmer will do if we want to see, right? I mean, yeah, I got what every one of you is saying. So this was the logic, right? Now let me just go through any other. Let's take a second problem. Okay. Let's say, okay, let's just take. I think one's interesting. Yeah, I think this one is interesting. Let's just take this particular sum. So basically, I am giving you a number, and you have to find sum of all digits until one single digit is left. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So basically, I'm giving you say a number, say 9 6 da 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 da. I some wrote random shit. I don't know what I written, but yeah, I just wrote random things. And yeah, basically for this particular number, my answer will be, say my answer is nothing but, firstly let me add all these particular numbers, which is 9 plus 3, 9 plus 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 6 plus 3 plus 7 plus 2, which is 9 plus 3 12, 12 plus 6 18, 18 plus 2 20, 26, 29, 29 plus 7 36 plus 2 38. Okay, so we get the final sum as 38. Now what I have to do is, for this final sum I have to again add these numbers, which is 3 plus 8 is 3 plus 8 is 11, right? And for this particular 11, I have to again add the sum of all numbers. So 1 plus 1 is 2. And hence, the final answer for this test case is 2. Hopefully, if I counted all the numbers right, let me just reconfirm. 9 plus 3 12 plus 6 18 plus 2 20 26 29 36 38. Okay, 3 plus 8 11, 11 1 plus 1 2, right? So yeah, this is the answer for this particular test case. So consider this particular case. How will you form an approach for this case, and how will you do? So let's see what a normal programmer does, and let's see what a competitive coder does, and let's discuss the differences between both of them. Yeah, so I am waiting. And let me just put as integer. This far better. So please discuss your approaches in the comment section, and yeah, let's see. Based on okay, divisibility rule of 9. Okay, somebody knows their stuff here. Okay, I want to hear other opinions also. I think Aram says you can just think properly, and yeah, I'll be waiting. Tab tak, let's see. What all feedback do we get? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see. अभी तक अपने पास 9. Okay, we have only one response, that is 9-1, and that is actually the correct one. Nice one, bro. I think you know your stuff, but whatever. Let's see what others have to say. Oh my god, people are writing code. Okay, I got just a messages. I have received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Yo, 100. This is our century. Okay, yeah. So, okay, wow, we have a lot of answers. Use while loop with the condition that string of, oh my god, this correct also. Okay, Arvind has just written code also. Mm-hmm. Use then update number, you'll get the answer. Yeah, yeah. Keep. Well, a lot of people have replied, and yeah, I think a lot of them are doing. A lot of them are up to the point. Like they're quite correct. Now let me just go to the of yeah. Just let's see. So first of all, this one is amazing. Seriously, Arvind, like this one is the smartest solution for this problem, and this also has a very deep proof. But yeah, I'll show you the proof also. There's the code. Okay, I'll see the code. Now we have keep performing digit sum until sum is greater than 9. Yeah, that is correct. That if ideally I want to do the situation, then I'll keep on doing this until I get my digit sum which is greater than 9 for sure, right? Then use while loop. with the condition that len of string of number, yeah, exactly, len of string of number is not equal to 1. And then in the loop, we can just convert the number to string and separate all the digits, then convert each digit to integer and add. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we can keep on doing this. So basically, what Mihul is trying to say is that we can just keep an infinite for loop, keep on adding numbers until my length of that number is not equal to one, and yeah, just do that again and I can keep adding, convert into string, check its equality and all. This is also absolutely correct. Yeah. Then using using loop to add until sum is single digit. Yeah, exactly. Then update dumper variable to the sum of digits. When the loop ends, you'll get the answer. Yes, exactly. Enter the number as string, then slice it to convert into an integer and add to some variable. Yes. So after doing this, you have to keep on repeating this process again and again until you get the final answer, right? You get it right, because as you can see, in my, where's my VS code? Yeah. So in this particular thing, as you can see, if I do it only one time, then I get my 38. So but 38 is also not a valid answer. I have to do 3 plus 8. On doing that, I get 11. That is also not valid. So I do 1 plus 1 2. Now it is valid because it is a valid number. So we have to do it again and again. So a lot of people in the chat section have told the correct response. And yeah, I think this is great that everyone knows their stuff. So yeah, I'll just implement what someone was trying to say. Okay, so firstly, let me just yeah, convert my a. So let me just convert my a is equals to string of let me just put another number. Say my number is currently string of a. So as someone said, while my length of number or length of the string is not equals to 1, I can, let's say my uh, current sum is 0. I can just simply traverse to this number, and I can increment this number in my current sum. And then after getting my number, okay, firstly I want to increment integer because each and every character of this particular will be a string data type. So while traversing in the entire number, I typecast it into integer, I increment it in my current sum, and then once I get my final current sum, I just take my number and make it equal to my current sum, and that too string of current sum. And let me just print this number at every instance to make you know that how exactly the process is going on, right? So yeah, let's do this. Let's print it here. Let's print it here. Let's remove this pass. And yeah, that's yeah. I think that's it. Now we can just simply run our code. Python and this terminal. Yeah. Okay, I'm running my wrong code. Sorry. Copy path. Python. Okay, lot of numbers are coming. I think. I think I made a mistake. It's fine. For I number, can anyone tell me what mistake did I make? For I number, which is a string, current sum plus equals to int of I. Okay, we have an infinite loop that just keeps on going and going and going. Okay, let's see. Number is string of A. I have my current sum as 0. Let me just keep on consoling. And let's just break the loop पहले तो यहाँ पे देखना है initially what is the response. Let's look at a very big number, that is our initial number. I traverse in my number. Okay. Friend number, current sum. Let's print my current sum and see what it is coming and see whether everything is working correctly. The current sum is coming correct 38. So my number is string of current sum. Okay, and then again do the same thing. Okay, let's see if someone in the chat section identifies what is going wrong. Uh, you need to put current sum after 0. You're doing it n times and you should do it len of n times. Oh, yeah. True, 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 true. That is so true. No, no, but I'm traversing in number, right? And my number is a string. So, 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 so. Okay, let's just print here I and see whether my characters are coming correctly or not. Okay, so I can see I get my characters correctly. I'm getting my 38 also. So after getting my 38, let's see, I break it at a counter 0. So let me just increment every time this particular thing. And let me break this loop at a counter of 2. Yeah, whatever. So for after 38, I think I get my number 49 for some reason. 38. Okay, I think I have to initialize my current sum as 0 every iteration. This is the fault. I think, yeah, I think they should sort it. Yeah, I think this does, hopefully. Uh, yeah, okay. I still printed a lot of numbers. Yeah. So now let's check. Yeah, it's 3938. It's 38. It's 11 and 2. Yeah. Sorry for the mistake. So see, this is a part of competitive programming, right? Whenever you're writing code and all, you should be able to figure out the mistakes and all. So it is good for us to make mistakes and learn from this particular mistakes and see what we are doing wrong. How skilled you are, you will not. Yeah, I did the reset thing, right? Yeah, so you won't ever stop from making mistakes, and I think it is good to make mistakes, and you should definitely learn from those mistakes. Okay, so we figured out the code for this thing, right? Now let's see what a competitive programmer will do if he gets such a problem. So there's a simple technique called as I can just simply take firstly, let me just initialize my number as a and let me just keep it as integer only, right? Then let's keep it int of a to prevent any confusion. Yeah, yeah, whatever. So in this particular case, this is a simple proof. If my number is a divisible of 9, then my answer is simply 9. Otherwise, in any other case, my answer is simply number mod 9. And you can just print this answer and it will just come out to be same. So let me just write. Okay, you got right how this is working. So instead of printing, let me just print the final number in this case. So print num from, let's say, top, and here I'm doing print. Uh, First, let me just call this. Yeah. So here I'm doing print answer, and then let me write here number from bottom. Yeah. So let me run this particular case and see what is happening. So as you can see, we got the same answer. Be it for any number. See, I am writing this number. Say I write any random number. Like I don't even know what I'm writing, but yeah. And let me just run that particular case. So yeah, I have five from top and five number from bottom. So as you can see, we get the same answer for each of the test case. And yeah, I think instead of doing this loop and all the stuff, if you know that this particular principle exists, then it becomes better for us, right? So I think this is the shortcut way of implementing any code. Now let me just let me show you why this particular algorithm works, and let me show you the proof of this algorithm. Okay. So consider for my any number, let's take a thoda simple number for understanding purposes. Say I take any number which is 2, let's say 2, 3, 4. Okay. I want to check what is my sum of digits of 2, 3, 4. Okay, so my 2, 3, 4 can be written as nothing but 2 into 100 plus 3 into 10, right? Plus 4 into 1. So this is nothing but that we used to do in childhood, right? That hundreds digit, tens digits, and ones digit. So I just segregated my 2, 3, 4 into various digits. Now what I can do is If I have to take any numbers, why this algorithm works is, if it just takes mod 9, basically if I take mod 9 for this particular entire thing, so if I take mod 9, so according to the property of modulus, this entire sum mod 9 is nothing but its independent sum mod 9. So it will be nothing but this entire operation is equal to 2 into 100 mod 9 plus 3 into 10 mod 9 plus 4 mod 9. So yeah, this becomes my current thing. Now furthermore, my multiplication property of modulo also says that I can take my modulo inside. Modulo is nothing but what is the remainder when 2 into 100 is divided by b. So this is the property of modulo. Like a mod b is nothing but whenever we're dividing a with b, what comes out to be the remainder. So now for this particular thing, as you can see, my remainder will be nothing but, so we can just take this mod inside, so it is nothing but 2 mod 9 into 100 mod 9 plus again we have 3 mod 9 into 10 mod 9 and yeah, 10 mod 9 and so on. Okay, so this becomes my new a, and if you know my 100 mod 9, or in general, let's say any particular 10 power n, so any particular 10 power n mod 9 will always come out to be 1, because always there's 99, 999, 9999. So that will, like, my 9 will always have a quotient of 1111, and the number it will form will be 9999, and the remainder will always be 1. So by that particular thing I can conclude that this entire thing will be 1, this entire thing will be 1, and this 4 mod 9 is obviously 4, right? So hence I can conclude that my a is nothing but 2 plus 3 plus 4, and hence I can get the sum of digits directly by doing this mod 9 operation, like 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 7 plus 2 9. And one particular case that I wrote is, if 9 mod 9, uh, if 9 mod 9, like if my 9 is divisible by 9, then my answer itself is 9. So in this case, my 2 plus 4 plus 3 is 7, which is 9, and my, since 9 is divisible by 9, so 9 mod 9 will be 0. So my sum of digit will turn out to be 9 in this particular test case. So as you can see, my 2 3 4 is, sum of digits is 2 plus 3 5, and 5 plus 4 9, and the answer is 9. So yeah, I think that was the explanation for this. Hope you liked it. Let's see. Yeah. There's one more edge case. But yeah, if my number is zero and all, but I thought that we are taking only positive integers here, so let's not consider zero. Yeah, or maybe yeah, if we considering zero, then that this becomes one more edge case that we can just put. If my number is zero, then my answer is also zero. Yeah. So for sure. Hopefully everybody liked it. We made some mistakes, we fixed it, and yeah, we enjoyed it. Hopefully, I too enjoyed it definitely. Now, let's see, what should we do now? Okay, so I have some more problems for you. So let's. Okay, we have two things. Okay, let's have a voting. Actually, I have a game for you, but I have to prepare it for 1 or 2 minutes, or we can go for another problem. So, what do you want to do? Play a game, or do you want me to prepare a problem? Like, yeah, we can just, we'll obviously move on to the problem part also. But हाँ, you want to play a game, or you want to continue moving on with, yeah, as we are going? जैसा अभी चल रहा है वैसे चलने दे कि you want to play a game? So waiting for responses in the chat section as always. Okay, somebody liked my explanation. Thank you. या देखो भाई लैग करता है अभी, तो मे बी आई विल वेट तब तक. या यू गॉट दिस, थैंक यू. See, by the time I'm waiting now, that means YouTube का response is slow. How do these hacks come to you so naturally? Arey bro, these are, when you, how do these hacks come to you so naturally, Mohit? So basically, when you are into competitive coding and DSL, Now you learn a lot of things that make your life so simple. Like seriously, you just enjoy doing these things a lot. Like how much you keep getting used to this particular domain, nah, you'll keep on exploring new things, and you'll just use them in your daily life. Like while I'm coding, while I'm doing while I'm doing a project and all, I try to use shortcuts and all wherever I can. Yeah, so that is quite great. And this is though I'm doing on a very small scale. Yeah, there are so many amazing algorithms and so many techniques. Like it will blow off your mind the way they're implemented and the benefits that come from those algorithms. It is seriously mind blowing. Yeah, so I think that's why each and every one of you should try to explore this particular domain. Yeah, I got this question in Pat. Yeah, that might be the case. By the Pat, okay, I have no comments regarding Pat. Yeah, I think Pat is great. Anyways, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's not. I'm just waiting. Looks like a program that takes comments from YouTube to has a large time context. Yeah, bro, definitely. YouTube should optimize. We'll end the poll in a minute. Hi, waiting for the poll. Game or we should continue doing this. Game or doing this. Game or doing this. Waiting for your response. Mm, yeah. Yeah, so much waiting. See, it is obvious that play a game 65. Okay, okay, there are a lot of people who want to play a game. But see, the problem is I don't have my game set up now. करना पड़ेगा थोड़ा सा. So give me just 1 second. Yeah, I'm offing my screen share for a second because why? You know, right? I'm not a magician. All the games that I play are algorithmic, and I use certain algorithm to, you know, uh, get that particular game in mind. So obviously, I'm tricking you guys. Yeah. So let me just um, prepare the game. कहाँ पे गया है गेम मेरा? Uh, check. Uh, mhm. Sorry, yeah, for give me just a minute. I'll just prepare this game because initially I thought, oh my god, what happened? I thought, okay. So basically, while I'm prepping for the game, as you know, we are having a great event RC reverse coding. So basically, let me just give you a gist of what happens in RC. RC is an event in which we are reverse engineering the thing. So basically, in if you solve any problem, you are given the problem statement, you are given the test cases, and you have to figure out the algorithm, and then you have to code. That is the standard format. But in reverse coding, what we do is we don't give any problem statement. We just give you the test cases. Like you're just given random test cases. Basically, you'll be given random numbers on your screen, and you have to enter any particular inputs. So, say I'm giving you for n equals to 5, we'll give you an exe file, and then that will contain the outputs for various inputs. So, and you are supposed to write the inputs. So, say I'm writing n equals to 5, and I'm getting some random number as output. Then I write n equals to 6. I get some other random number as my output. So basically, from the outputs that I'm getting, I have to guess what the algorithm might be. So it is just pattern observing, and yeah, that is the main thing of RC. And yeah, we're having that event currently. You can check the Instagram page of ACM-VIT to check when that event is happening and all the details regarding that event. Yeah, it's gonna be one of the greatest event, and you'll definitely enjoy it. Like I did, like when I joined in my first year, it was one of the events that I participated in, and I had a lot of fun. Yeah, so it's definitely a great event. We have a lot of prizes we have cash prizes for winners. So yeah, a chance for you to earn money. Why not? Everybody's interested in money. That's why we do DSA placements. Yeah, so whatever. Arey, yeah, now let me focus on the game. Uh, second. Uh, okay. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Okay, so the game is ready. So let me tell you, mates. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so the game is ready. So now, what the rules of the first the again volunteer, please. Who is gonna be the volunteer? Who is gonna be the volunteer? And then I'll explain the rules of the game. Okay, no, wait, why waste time? While your people are, while this lag happens and I'm waiting for 5 second, let me just explain the games rules for the games, right? So what the game is. Tattak, I'm waiting for your chat section to pop up volunteers. Huh? Just write your name who's interested for volunteering in the game. Okay, so. Okay, now we have. Let me just remove. Let me just express rules of the game. We have, let's say, 20 stones. Okay, initially we have 20 stones, right? So do you want me to make 20 lines or we can play directly? Okay, let's play directly. I don't want to make 20 lines. That is so boring. Okay, so we have 20 stones, and then at any put. Okay, I'm not. Okay, what happened? Yeah, sorry. क्या यार, नहीं हो रहा क्या अभी? तो क्या हो? कैसे स्टॉप की मैंने? मेरे को तो दिख रही है अभी भी. ओके, मेरा शक्ल नहीं दिख रहा क्या? Oh, sorry, sorry. Yeah, yeah, sorry, sorry. So sorry. Yeah. Okay. No, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so let me tell you the rules of the games. Sorry for that. Yeah, disruption. So initially, we have 20 stones, and hopefully this screen is not. So yeah, we have 20 stones, and then at any particular instant, I can just remove my three. I can remove my how many? Let's say any random numbers. So let's say I can remove my two or I can remove my five stones. Okay. So we are two players that are playing the game. Initially I'm at 20. Okay. And I can any player can remove five stones, three stones, or two stones from this game. Right. So let's do this. The person again at the game's rules are simple that whatever stone I'll at any particular chance I'll remove any number of stones out of this particular numbers from this particular grid, and then it's your chance. You have to remove any number of stones, and again the person who is unable to make this move loses the game. Okay, so yeah, that is the goal. So let me play first. So i'll remove uh, I'll remove. Let's take the number big, yaar. Nobody wants 20. Let's take 30. Because 20 में बहुत जल्दी गेम खत्म हो जाएगा, मज़ा भी नहीं आएगा. Right? So from let me just write it थोड़ा अच्छे से because people will understand. Yeah, let's just take 30, and I'll remove. It's my first chance. Let me remove two stones from this particular grid. So I remove two stones. So I'm just writing -2 from my chance because 2 is one of these three numbers, and then my new configuration is 28. Right. So this is my first chance. Now let's see who's volunteered, and yeah. Thanks, Saket. I know actually my screen was not sharing, so one of the members of my team just told me. Yeah. Anyways, so okay, Saket, since you were volunteering to be, sorry, you were volunteering to be a volunteer. Let's just take you as a yeah, volunteer for this particular thing. So you understood the games, right? So basically, again, we'll do the same thing that you just tell me how many stones you want to minus in your chance. So we have 30, 28. So Saket, you tell me 5, 3 or 2. How many should I minus from this 28? Yeah. And then it's my chance. And the person who is unable to make a move, say, you cannot go after 0, right? 0 ke but there are no stones left. So yeah, obviously, if someone is unable to make a move at 0, she loses the game. Okay. Okay, Saket said 3 stones. Nice. So let's remove 3 stones. Oh my god, you show my WhatsApp. Anyways, yes. Uh, I removed 3 stones. So basically, I'm just doing minus 3 here. So your resultant configuration is 25 now. Now it's my chance, right? So for my chance, let me just see. I'll remove 3 stones. So I'm removing minus 3. So I'm making this thing as 22. Now it's your chance. Yeah. Yes, Saket, it's your chance now. Waiting for. Hey, maybe others can also help him. Yeah, it's fine. वैसे भी you know I am cheating only. Nobody is clean in this world. Yeah, whatever. So let's see. Mm-mm-mm. I got the pattern. Yeah, it is. It is somewhat similar, but not exactly, my bro. Yeah, I don't know why I use that accent, but it's fine. Okay, you want to remove 5 stones? Nice. Let's remove 5 stones. Okay, so the new stones are 22 minus 5. Okay, let's say so 22 minus 5 is I think 17. Then it's my chance. How much should I remove? Okay, let's say I remove 3 stones. So yeah, let me just do minus 3 and then I have 14, right? And let me just take this thing and okay, can I just place it? Okay, never mind, let it be a. Your chance, Saket. So we have 14 now, waiting for a chance. After 14, how many do you want to subtract? YouTube lag OP. Let's. Okay, 5 stones again. Thanks. Oh, because of this lag, I'm getting every message after 2 minutes. So the game is like a slow version of weird stuff. Okay. Right. So you removed. How much? 5 stones again. Okay. So let's say 5 stones again. So we have a minus 5. Okay. So we have 9 stones. Right. Then it's my chance. Let's say on 9, I remove 2 stones. So I make this 9 as 7. Okay, so I'm removing 2 stones. Now again your chance. Yeah. mm What stone do you want to remove, Saket? By the way, if others can volunteer and help him, it's fine. Like I appreciate all types of answers. Although may not implement them, but I at least appreciate them. So I think it's not that bad. Yeah. Remove slow mode, brother. Okay, is there a slow mode? I have no idea. See, I'm using this YouTube streams for first time in my life, so I have no idea if there's a slow mode or not. Okay, 3 stones. Let's see. Let me just remove 3 stones from this particular 7 grid. So it's minus 3. and then we have a 4, right? Then let's my chance, and let me decide. Oh, okay. So for 4, I can just remove. Let's see how many stones should I remove. Mm, so I remove 3 stones, and the final configuration is 1, right? And you cannot remove 5, 3, or 2 stones because only one is left. So you are unable to make a move. Hence, you lose the game, bro. Yeah, exactly. You lost the game. Well played, bro. Even I appreciate. Yeah. Okay. I think hopefully you liked and enjoyed this game. Okay. Now, do you want the explanation or someone else wants to volunteer? Okay, let me just go with an explanation because yeah, I think otherwise uh, the session will be too. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So basically, this also game has a deep logic. So let me just show you the working and algorithm for this game. Okay, so I have written, if my screen can share, I can have written this particular game for my n equals to 30 configuration. Now this is a little deep algorithm. Like I've used dynamic programming, and I don't think like if I keep on explaining all the stuff here, then you people will get too bored. So yeah, if you want this in detail, you can join ACM-VIT. You can come in RC. You can participate in our competitions, and you will get the exact understanding of how this particular thing is working and why is this working. So for now, let me just show you the output and tell you what happened exactly. So let me just copy paths and run this code. Okay, let me just remove non-relevant stuff from the code. Yeah, please. CLS, and then I run the code. Okay, so now, firstly, let me just tell you what this output here means. Okay, so wherever you can see 1, you can see all my stones. So basically, the right side denotes the number of stones. So I have 30, 29, 28, and so on for every particular stone. And the number which is left side on it, there's 1 and 0, right? So according to the algorithm, 1, if there's a number for me 1, then 1 is a winning configuration. So while I was starting at 30 stones, I started at a winning configuration. So I started like wherever there's 1, it's a winning configuration. And then what I did is I had a choice of subtracting 2, 3, or 5 stones, right? So I saw that while subtracting 2 stones, I go to 28. While subtracting 3 stones, I go to 27. And by subtracting 5 stones, I go to 25. Right. And as you can see, out of 28, 27, and 25, my 25 is mapped with 1. So it's a winning configuration. My 27 is mapped with 1. So it's a winning configuration, but my 28 is mapped with 0, so it's a losing configuration. For me, this is a winning configuration, but I have to put you to a losing configuration so that I could win next time. So what I do is at every chance, I play my chance, I put you to a losing configuration. So I remove 2 at first time, I put you to a losing configuration, then it's your chance. Irrespective of what you play, I will always be in a winning configuration. Because just see, because in 028, if you subtract 2, this is always a winning configuration for me. For if you subtract 3, this is always a winning configuration for me. And if you subtract 5, say it was 28, right? So winning 28 minus 5 is 23. This is also a winning configuration for me. So irrespective of what you subtract, I will always be on winning configuration. So the idea of this game was nothing but to put me in the winning configuration startingly, then I'll put you in the losing configuration, then you'll again put me in the winning configuration, I'll put you in the losing configuration, and ultimately you lose the game irrespective of what you play. So yeah, this proves that you okay, it was not visible or what? Yeah, so screen is not visible or what? Okay, I think I just showed it. Were you able to understand this? Hopefully. So yeah, we are You know what we are doing? We just all the games of competitive programming or the logic is just checking it because all the configurations of the game are determined in the beginning only. So before the starting of the game, I know that I'm 100% gonna win. So what you can do is you can just try to understand the algorithms for this game, and okay, this game even I don't know the name. I forgot the name. Like just put some stones and some game. I don't know. But the important part is the algorithm behind it, and this is basically the game that I mentioned you is a dynamic programming game. I think it is a decently famous example, and yeah, you can search for it on Google. I'll tell you the exact name if I know it afterwards. Yeah. So yeah, you can just know. So basically, what you can do is you can understand. Yeah, you can just understand the logic of these games and just try to pick up with your friends and enjoy with them. Just and you'll win the match. So obviously, why not? Yeah, place money and stuff. Okay, I didn't say that. Sorry. Yeah. So let's see what to do next. How much time did we spend? Okay, this session should be ideally of 1 hour, but it's 1 hour 50 minutes, I think, and 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, it started at 3, right? Okay, I think all of us are enjoying here. Yeah, definitely. Now, okay, so what do you want me to do? Do you want me to continue with more problems, and do you want to have a Q&A session where you can ask me doubts about competitive programming and all? Okay. So yeah, first of all, before that also, we QA कर दूँ ना हाँ yeah cool cool yeah I think my team is also saying that QA is better because हमने बहुत problems कर लिए. Everybody is bored with the problems. Okay, so it's a Q&A session. Or apart from that, let me just So one thing that I'm quite serious about, and we had a lot of fun. But one thing to be taken seriously is that the this name of the chapter of ACM-VIT and the competitive team. This is our legacy. Like we have always been the best chapter in ACM-VIT to do competitive programming, and we will always be. And yeah, the results of this thing clearly mentioned in any competitive coding website or any DSA website, and you can just glance through the leaderboards and see for yourself what we have done till yet, right? So just this is one of the things that we are immensely proud of, and yeah, I think if any one of you are first years and are willing to join, it will be great for us. And yeah, let's shape our ACM into the legacy that we have maintained, and let's keep moving forward onto that. Yeah, definitely, and it will be great for us too. So yes, I think that is it. Also, if any one of you have any doubts regarding competitive programming after this session also, and even if you're not able to complete it in this session, it is always entertain. It is always yeah, so it is always better for all of us to by the yeah, sure, sure. It is always better for us to do this. Okay, we can just connect together and we can discuss. Also, let me just थोड़ा सा event का भी publicize कर देता हूँ मैं. 1 second. There is RC. These are leaderboards. These are ranking I showed you. Okay, so let me just publicize a little bit of RC also. Why not? Okay, and the prizes are this for RC. So the winner gets 5,000 runner up, and it will be a great event, a fun event. You can just come along, code with your friends, and have a great time with us. So yeah, this is the prizes section, and this is our design, amazing design. Yeah, yeah, whoever did this, hats off to him. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so it's a Q&A session now. Okay, so which languages? I'm gonna answer your doubts. Just keep on sharing. Which language is preferred for competitive programming? Okay, so basically the language preferred is C++, but the difference I think comes on a very high level. Like whenever you need to hire stuff like you're 5-star rated, or say you're doing a difficult problem higher rating, so sometimes the time limit is too cut, and as you know, Python is comparatively slower language than C++. So for at least data sets and algorithms or competitive programming, it is highly advisable to do with C++. Irrespective of that, I do it in Python, and yeah, I think I have achieved a decent, like I have achieved quite great amount while using Python also. So I don't think it will be a big problem for the language. More important is logic or your understanding for each and every part of the code. And yeah, the mistake making part, that you make mistakes, but you're able to solve those, like you're able to correct them and debug them. So I think that logic and problem solving skills are more important. Okay, now let's see what are the doubts. Which language is done? There are other domains also. Why not those like ML and others were given preference? Okay, see. So basically, what I think is, see, ultimately, when you're doing, like when you're working for someone, you'll not do competitive programming for them, right? Basically, end of the day, there's going to be some kind of framework or platform, or maybe ML, or if you're writing machine learning algorithms for them. So end of the day, that domain will be independent only. Like whatever the company wants you to do, if they're hiring an ML, so obviously they'll look for ML people who have experience in ML. But generally, big tech giants are not expecting you to know, beforehand that he's going to be an ML expert or he's going to be any other expert on any other dev. So what they want is your basic fundamentals to be clear, and whatever is the requirement, they're going to teach you from the scratch, because that they know that this person is fundamentally clear in logic and problem solving, so he'll easily be able to cope up with anything. So that is the basic mentality for the companies which are going to hire you, right? At least for the big tech giants, and that is why DS is the most demanding skill for placements and for big tech giants at least. Okay, best place to learn competitive programming. Okay, so basically you can start with CodeChef. So okay, basically you can. When I joined, I started with HackerRank, and then eventually you can scale up HackerRank, then start CodeChef, start doing contests, participate in contests. There's a lot of participation of contests from VIT. Like you get, if you do well, you get recognition. Like you feel great. Like. You're performing well, you know where you stand in this particular crowd. Because one thing is that in VIT there are a lot of students, and if you want to do something that is different from them, you have to just show your skills and prove that yourself that you're worthy for it. If you want to back good super dream companies, you should prove that you're worthy of cracking those companies. So you should, like, that is why this platform such as CodeChef, Codeforces come into play. You practice on them, you give contests, you increase your ratings, and you prove to others that yes, you are capable of doing so. That's why I prefer HackerRank, CodeChef, Codeforces, any of those particular thing you can do. Okay. Then other college students can take part in your college. Yeah, bro, definitely. Why not? Like, there's no restriction on college students. Anyone willing to participate in RC is equally deserving. Like, everyone is welcomed, and may the best win. That's what I have to say regarding this. Okay, how much time will it take to become well versed in CC or DSC or in general? Okay, so I think this is one thing that depends on individual to individual. But yeah, I think if you spend quite amount of time, you'll be able to become good in around, I don't know, 1 year, 1.5 year will be great. Like you'll be if the requirement is quite less. Nobody's telling you to miss out on college life and do CC. Like you can just enjoy your life, do whatever you're doing. Just one condition being you are consistently practicing one for 1 or 2 hours max, that too. And on problems, take one two problems, solve on your life, and try to analyze what you're doing. Just understand the problem. If you're not getting the problem, read the editorials, read the approaches, how to solve that problem. Ask your seniors or your friends or anybody. Invest less time in it. Live your life, but yeah, just be consistent. Because the more you're consistent now, the more knowledge you'll gain about this domain, and yeah, it will be better for you to cope up. And with by the time placements come, you'll be so good that yeah, everything will be amazing for you. So that's what I suggest. Just keep on practicing constantly. Less time, but yeah, just do it consistently. Okay, how to deal with disappointment that comes after not being able to solve questions? Lol. Okay, bro, this is so relatable. So see, first of all, one, you should never be disappointed. Okay, like the point is, like this is, I think one thing is very common that all of us have faced this sometime or other in our journey. Everybody do this life, right? Sometime it is good, sometime you face disappointment. So I think the will of doing it in spite of disappointment is the greatest thing that one can do. Like you're getting disappointed, but you're still trying to figure it out. You're not able to solve that problem, so you get into it, you try to understand why you are not able to solve the problem, you read the tutorial, you ask your seniors, you get the logic behind it, you try to understand the mentality key, what were you doing wrong in that particular question, or what algorithm were you missing out, and then once you know or you understand that particular thing, you try to shape up your brain key next time when such a problem occurs, I won't ever make mistake in such a problem. So I think that is the way anyone learns, and that is the most crucial thing. So yeah, I think that answers your question. But this time ML, yeah, bro, definitely ML is in demand. ML will be. I don't know. There's some weird theory that AI will, conquer mankind and all. Yeah, there's this weird theory, but okay, whatever. So yeah, ML is also great in shape. But yeah, generally, and like you might apply for ML companies if you know like MLPs or lot of company for the positions for ML. But generally speaking, when company come for placements in VIT at least or any other college, I think so. Mostly they ask is DSA and core subjects and all. So despite your being great at ML, I don't think it would help in the long run. Obviously, if you want to make a career in ML, ML is the thing you should go. But yeah, I think for generally for placements and all, they won't honestly that much care about your ML skills because they want this fundamental core subject to be strong. So that's what I think. At least now, different people may have different opinion. Okay, any recommended courses? Okay, recommended courses. Okay, so what courses should I? So basically, lot of YouTubers me competitive programming videos I used to watch this Pratik Narang from Coding Blocks, and basically I think there's not particular course required to start CP. It's just that I recommend you to give contests on CodeChef, Code Forces on a daily basis. Okay, so what if you keep doing that? Now, I don't think if you keep doing that and try to analyze the problems that you are not able to solve, I don't think you require any of the courses because that is the main thing that shapes you up in any in competitive programming or DSA in generally. So yeah, I think that is the answer for your question. Okay. Is it okay if you appear for competitions? Obviously, bro, like Kickstart hash code in second, third. Yeah, bro, even if you don't know anything, you should go in that contest. Just see what is happening around. Like, you should definitely explore. There's no particular experience or age for exploration. However, newbie you might be, even all start with a noob, right? We all are noob initially in the beginning, but then we explore, we go around and ask, and yeah, that's how we grow. So definitely maybe you should, I think hash code registrations are going on, so maybe you all should form a team and compete. Even we are competing, so all the best. Yeah, so yeah, you should do that. We are stuck sometimes in some problems, but the main issue is what to search in Google that I'm stuck here and okay, how can I solve it? Okay, so yeah, I understand. See, that's why I tell you now, for problems, for you to do problems, always do it on famous platform like CodeChef and CodeForces. The point being, for any particular problem, there are editorials available. So the entire explanation of the problem is there. Ki what is the how can you solve this problem and what should be the approach or mentality while solving this problem. So I think you should refer to those editorials, and if you're not able to understand the editorial as well, which sometimes I am also not, because sometimes editorials are too complicated, so that time you can ask any particular in our case, in your case, you can ask seniors and who a person solved that particular problem and who knows the logic behind it. So that becomes quite easy. So I think you can do that, and there are a lot of good people in ACM-VIT, trust me. Yeah, yeah. So next question, please. Uh, yeah. Hmm. Okay, I think if any one of you have any more questions, I'm waiting for 2 3 minutes. Otherwise, let's see what we can do, or we'll probably end the session. Hmm. Something amongst the following. Waiting, 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 waiting. Yeah, bro, I'm waiting. Okay, Ashwin. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I don't. Uh, I'm just waiting for this lag. If this lag is preventing me from seeing any doubts, then let's just end this session then. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, your social media credentials. You want my social media credentials? Okay, why not? It's okay. How should I? Okay, one second. Should I even give this? Okay, it's on. By the way, do you want Insta because you mentioned social media, right? I don't think you mentioned CodeChef, code forces, and all that, right? Or did you want those credentials? Big fan. Okay, so we have a lot of fans here. Thank you. Okay, so I don't know, and lot of some asked me, someone asked me my okay, someone asked me my social media credentials. So it is Ansh AMS27 on Instagram, and you can check my code for this profile also. Just it's ETG underscore code 27. So yeah, I'm not writing that. I'm too lazy to write that. Just Google it. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I think Ashwarya, are you there? You can just continue from now.
Okay, guys. Great to see all of you here. And unfortunately, I think Aishwarya is having some internet issues, so we'll be finishing up with the session. And in this wrap up, we'll just be discussing what ACM has to offer from now on. As you all know, RC is around the corner, and it is extremely freshers friendly. So I highly recommend everyone tune in for RC. And this would be our